Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. A very good morning to Dr. Haida. My name is Nurul Najwa Binti Jamhari, and today I would like to give a persuasive speech regarding my topic, the global refugee crisis, why compassion and responsibility must guide our actions. Imagine being woken in the middle of the night by the sound of explosions. Boom! You have just minutes to grab your children and run, leaving behind everything you own. This is not a movie scene. This is the terrifying reality for millions of people around the world. As of 2022, over 100 million people are forcibly displaced worldwide, including 26.4 million refugees. Half of these refugees are children who have lost their homes, their safety, and sometimes even their families, as stated as United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees 2022. As Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, reminds us, refugees are not statistics. They are people with faces, names, and stories. Firstly, the humanitarian crisis, the moral and ethical obligation. Refugees often live in overcrowded camps or informal settlements with limited access to food, clean water, sanitation, and healthcare. These conditions can lead to disease outbreaks, malnutrition, and other severe health issues. Imagine the trauma and fear these individuals experience, having to leave behind everything they know and love to survive. We are all part of the human family. As global citizens, we have a moral duty to protect those who cannot protect themselves. We must uphold the principles of human dignity, compassion, and solidarity. Recognizing the scale and urgency of the refugee crisis and understanding our ethical responsibility, the question we face is, how can we respond effectively and compassionately? Satisfaction. First-hand, by implementing a compassionate and responsible response to address these crises effectively, we need global cooperation. Government, NGOs, and international organizations like the United Nations High Commissioners for Refugees, UNHCR, must work together to provide comprehensive solutions. The 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 Protocol set out the rights of refugees and the obligations of states to protect them. However, many countries are not meeting these commitments, leaving refugees vulnerable and unprotected. Here's what we can do. First, increase funding for humanitarian aid to improve living conditions in refugee camps. Second, support countries hosting large numbers of refugees. Countries like Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey bear a significant burden and need financial assistance and development support to cope with the influx. Third, establish safe and legal pathways for refugees, including resettlement programs, family reunification schemes, and humanitarian visas. Secondly, the benefits of compassionate action. A compassionate approach doesn't only help refugees, it also benefits host communities. By integrating refugees, we can tap into their skills, talents, and potentials, which can contribute to the economic and social development of host countries. For example, in Germany, Syrian refugees have contributed to the economy by filing labor shortage and starting new businesses. A study by the Institute of Employment Research found that refugees contributed more in taxes and social security contributions than they receive in welfare benefits after just a few years. Refugees bring diverse cultures, languages, and perspectives that enrich the social fabric of their host countries. The Somali community in Minnesota, for example, has revitalized neighborhoods, opened businesses, and contributed to the state's cultural diversity. Visualization, a vision for the future. Positive outcomes of compassionate actions. Imagine a world where refugees are welcome and integrated into society, where children who have lost everything can go to school, where families can find safe homes, and where individuals can work and contribute to their new communities. This is not just a dream, it is achievable with the right actions. Germany's response to the Syrian refugee crisis is a success story. Germany welcomed over 1 million refugees, providing them with education, housing, and job opportunities. This approach not only helped the refugees but also filled labor gaps and contributed to economic growth. In Uganda, refugees are allowed to work, move freely, and access public services. This progressive policy has led to positive economic outcomes, with refugees contributing to the local economy through agriculture and entrepreneurship. Compassion leads to innovation and resilience. Refugees bring new ideas, perspectives, and entrepreneurial spirit. By supporting them, we can foster innovation and resilience, leading to the creation of new businesses, cultural contributions, and overall societal growth. These examples show that a compassionate and responsible response to the refugee crisis is not only morally right but also beneficial for everyone. Now, let us consider how each of us can make a difference. Conclusion: it is time for us to act. We cannot sit back and watch as millions of people suffer. We must do our part to help support organizations that are on the front lines of the refugee crisis, such as the UNHCR and the International Rescue Committee, or local refugee support groups. Practical steps that you can take, first and foremost, which is donate to humanitarian efforts that provide immediate relief to refugees. Even small contribution can make a big difference. Second, volunteer with local organizations that assist refugees in your community. Your time and skills can provide invaluable support. And third, which is the last step, we advocate for fair and humane refugee policies by contacting your representatives and supporting legalization that upholds the rights of refugees. Your voice matters. The global refugee crisis is a call to our shared humanity. We must let compassion and responsibility guide our actions, ensuring that refugees are not seen as a burden but as fellow human beings deserving of dignity and respect. By standing with refugees, we stand for a better, more just world for all. Thank you. That's all from me.